My name is Ryan Diamisi. I work for Christian Wealth Management as a wealth advisor. And my goal is to help you redeem your money as a tool to build your faith. So I was just meeting with the client earlier this morning and hearing some of the challenges that they were facing, and it reminded me of when I started rock climbing a few years ago. And I don't know if you've rock climbed before, but there's an indoor gym not far from my house where they have 45-foot walls. So you use a harness and a rope to strap into it, obviously, and you're trying to scale a pretty tall wall. And as you're starting to get onto the wall, you're looking up, right? And you're seeing where you can put your hands. So when you first start rock climbing, it's very normal to just look up and think, my hand's here, but I see something up there, so I'm going to go as far as I can with my hand. If you keep rock climbing more and more, you'll realize that that's not a great solution, using your hands to rock climbing. You actually learn that the right way to solve the wall is to use your feet, to look down instead of up, and to see where can I lift my feet up so I can get a better advantage. I think that example relates to a lot of the financial decisions that we come across. Often it feels like it's car purchases, but it could be a car purchase, a home purchase, a purchase around toys that we might have, a motorcycle. I have a moped. It could be ATV, things like that. So I wanted to think through 6 different ways or costs associated with a purchase we might make or something that we elect to own. So the first thing is there's an actual financial cost to own something. So if you have the cash for it for a car, that means whatever the cost is up front, but sometimes people might borrow money. So there might be a small upfront cost and then a monthly cost associated with it. So understanding what's the cost is important, financial cost. Dave Ramsey, which many of you know. Oh, can you see him? Yeah, he's right there. Dave Ramsey is known to say, rich people ask how much, poor people ask how much per month. To understand what's the overall cost is important. So remember that. Rich people ask how much, not how much per month. The second cost is if you're buying something that has a significant value, what's the insurance cost to protect it? So for homes, cars, toys, there might be an ongoing insurance cost that you should consider. The third cost would be maintenance. Again, if you've got a sick espresso machine at home, you got to maintain that guy. If you got a really nice large house, you have to maintain it. If you've got a Bugatti, you've got to maintain it. If you got a moped like me, there's some level of you got to maintain it throughout the year, and what's the cost associated with that. The fourth cost, you need somewhere to put it. So what's the storage costs? Some might be smaller than others. Owning a shirt, it's not going to have a significant storage cost, where buying multiple cars might require a little bit more for you, or buying an RV or a boat. You got to put that somewhere. So thinking about what's the cost to keep this around. Fifth would be what's taxes or registration costs associated with it. Some bigger purchase items do have registration for cars, toys. A home has real estate property taxes. So getting your mind wrapped around, or at least aware of what those costs might be, would be smart. And then finally would be, what's the cost here? At the end of the day, whatever you own, you think about, So is the things that you're owning helping you think about the things that you want to think about? And ultimately, is it leading you towards peace or anxiety? And I'm not going to lie to you and say that I have peace all the time, but I do know the things that I own have also purchased some real estate in my mind. So Being aware of those 6 things might be worth considering the next time you make a purchase, and it might be a way, instead of climbing with your arms, which is maybe asking how much a month, that would be rock climbing with your arms, thinking through those 6 things would be scaling the wall with your legs. It might give you a better advantage and might help you get to the destination, which I think for all of us with finances is we just want peace. We want peace around our finances. So I hope those 6 steps were encouraging. If you have any suggestions on topics or books you would like to see, I know we feature Dave Ramsey a lot. It's because he's very good looking. Please leave your comments, suggestions below, and we'll see you next time.